The last year and a half has been, 2 years almost, has been a challenging time for the automotive industry. Some players have done well for a certain time, but almost everybody in the industry has faced challenge at a certain period in this last 2 years. And it's for a variety of factors that we have talked about in the past, so I won't repeat those. But I'm beginning to see a certain turnaround, and it is nothing specific. If you ask me, what do the numbers indicate? It's very hard to say that industry has turned around. But if I look at a little bit of optimism around, of course, a lot of people on camera may not say that. They may still think that my sales are not growing, which is true. They may still think my profits are not growing, which is true. But the fact is that as we look forward to the next year, as we look to the policies of the government, as we look to what might happen to the economy, it certainly gives us the optimism that next year would be a year of coming back to a winning ways in the automotive industry overall. There still will be some winners, some losers. That's inevitable in an industry which has almost 18, 20 players now. That will happen. But overall for the industry, I think next year will be a turnaround year. It depends on several factors, all of which right now look to be positive. The economic growth, interest rates coming down, commodity prices being subdued, economic policy to support Make in India, and therefore policies that will help the automotive industry, GST coming out, the income levels growing, the affordability growing. If you add it all up, there's no reason why the automotive industry should not come back to its winning ways.
And you must have planned a slew of launches for the next financial year as well. Can you share with us what are the kind of launches, or at least the number of launches, which we can see or look forward to in the coming financial year?
Undoubtedly, the last couple of years have been slow for Mahindra in terms of new launches, but we've been preparing for several launches in the next financial year. We have lined up, I would say, at least 9 launches that we will do. 3 new platforms, the P601, the S101, the U301. Don't ask me more about what these are, but 3 new platforms. 3 major refreshes that we would have of our existing product, and 3 variants that we would launch. So in the next 12 months, you will see all of these launches, and each of these launch would mean a lot for us in terms of increasing our volume, increasing our market share.
And we are, sitting when the Feb's last week is about to start. How's been the Feb so far for you, the month of Feb, and especially when last month, or you would have seen some pent-up demand, but this month you would have seen that pent-up demand. So it's going to be low in terms of sales for you?
Well, unfortunately, it's very difficult to know 7 days before the month is over how the month will be, because bulk of the sale happens in the last 5-6 days. So I won't know right now. There's not a significant change overall in what we have seen in January and what we are seeing in February. But final numbers, it's very difficult to guess.
So budget is just around the corner. What are your expectations as far as your sector is concerned? And overall economy is concerned, do you think that the NDA government will be having some big bang announcements to be made this year, this budget?
As far as our sector is concerned, I don't see anything major that might get announced. Of course, the industry always hopes for excise duty reduction, but I don't think that there will be any across-the-board reduction in excise duty. We might see some rationalization that will happen in certain segments of the industry where there are some anomalies, some very high duties that might get corrected, but overall I don't see reduction. What we do expect to see this budget finally is some incentive for electric vehicles. There have been several press reports that I have seen where the government of India is setting aside a fairly good amount of money for incentivizing electric vehicles, so we do hope to see that. But I think more important for our sector is not what maybe sector is specific, but what will be the overall direction that we'll see in the budget. The single most important announcement that will cheer the industry will be about GST. If there is an announcement of a specific date for launch of GST, that would be a great thing for us. April 1, 2016 will be very nice. The other thing that we would be watching for are the signals on Make in India. It's a very important policy for Government of India, something that the Prime Minister is very aggressively talking about. So we would like to see something which says that yes, we're serious about this. There will be policies that will support Make in India, whatever it might be. It's about doing business in India. It's about removing some of the roadblocks that we have in growing manufacturing. But that will be a very important announcement for us. In addition to that, the same thing about infrastructure, about mining, opening up, and all of these things will then lead to economic development that will clearly help the auto industry. Another thing that is a bit of a concern lately is the rural economy, which has been struggling because of, partly because of agriculture output being low. And we do hope that there will be an attempt, though I cannot say anything specific of what might be done, but I do hope there will be an attempt to revive the rural economy.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.